What is going on, Sports Game Vision world? You are now tuned into the sounds of the No Face Sports Show here at Sports Game Vision. We're going to tap into another one here. You know, this is my Monday requirement. I definitely going to tap into the sports world here on Mondays. I have Fridays as well. We might arrange it around a little differently, but that is the rules right now. We tap on in, talk a little sports. As you can see right here by the picture, TKO entanglements, and you see the three sports. Now, you've got MMA, you've got boxing, and you've got pro wrestling. They're all tied together with TKO. They're trying to take over the world, Pinky and the Brain. They're trying to take over the world, Craig. They're trying to do everything they can to rule the sports weekend and those viewerships and dollars that go across the sports landscape. Started this weekend, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. We'll go first with, I'll let you know what I liked about everything, or with the boxing. Now, all those events came on Saturday night and started with the boxing and wrestling, and then, of course, topped off with UFC. The boxing event, you see the vision. You definitely see the vision. Now, it's just the one fight here. It wasn't that great of a fight. It's not something that you'd tell your friends about and say, oh, go check this bout out. No, it was a boxing match. And just like anything, if you like sports, you know me with the wrestling and the basketball, I could watch almost anything, whether it's the best or the worst. You just turn it on. You just got the love for it. Same thing with boxing and anything else. So if you just want to watch a fight, yes, the presentation was very good. You had Molly's back in the sports arena. Of course, Max Kellerman, and I heard my guy Andre Ward on there, Joe Tessitore. The event itself was done pretty well. I did enjoy that part of the commentating, except for Max going off the deep end, comparing people to Roy Jones. But you can definitely see the vision of this sport here that they're trying to do with Zuffa Boxing, making it a league. They're going to need more fighters to join up and join in. They're going to have to do the Ultimate Fighting Championships like they did with UFC Ultimate Fighter, where they try to, are tough enough as it is in WWE, trying to get people to come up through the ranks. They can build their character up with the audience, as well as signing other fighters that have big names, and then also getting your diamonds in the rough. Your John Jones, your Ronda Rouseys, your Terrence Crawfords, all those type of people when they're young, maybe they're not getting the opportunities. Even Floyd Mayweather, there was a point in time early in his career, he wasn't getting the opportunities he wanted. Maybe you can get those type of fighters while they're young, snatch them up, get them the spotlight, build them up into champions under the Zuffa League, Zuffa Boxing. And then, again, you could turn them into your Conor McGregor's, your John Jones, Ronda Rousey's, Nunes, all those type of fighters, so they can build the sport up. And I see the vision. It's going to take time. It's not going to be right away. It's going to take them a little bit. You got to give them a while to get everything together. It's going to take more than a few events to get it right, because they have to do a lot of signing and legwork and getting deals in order to build it up. But definitely, I think it can turn into like a UFC type of thing. Just give it a minute. Now, if they wanted to cause waves, they could have went on ahead and had a 400-pound fighter fight a 160-pound fighter in the ring, sort of like old school UFC. Have a 6'5" woman versus like a 5'8" woman, and see who comes out at the end of it. But beyond some gimmick or just trying to create waves, sort of like we seen this weekend also with Adam 22 fighting the person that was with his baby mama, drama. But people will watch those type of things. Obviously, it'll get fanfare and eyeballs. But if you want to build it up like a UFC, and you're going to have to be more professional like they did here, just need definitely some better fights to do so. So beyond that, presentation was good. It's on Paramount Plus. Now that ties into what I'm saying, the TKO entanglements. Paramount is the home of UFC and Zuffa Boxing. WWE is not on there, but because TKO is on there, because UFC, because Zuffa Boxing on there, The WWE is a part of it too. So it's a home for them as well. And if you know what's going on with the wrestling world, they're trying to block everything AEW. So yeah, the event for boxing is good. You want to turn it on and just see the presentation. Wasn't the best fight in the world again, but I think you will enjoy it. And you can see with Sports Game Vision, you know the vision. You know my slogan, Sports Game. You know the vision. I see the vision. It's going to take some time though. Now on to the other event with Saturday night's main event. I was flopping back and forth, y'all. I felt like I was in the Monday Night Wars. Saturday night's main event was, I call these things, pre-LEs. We try to find a word for this. I'm going to call it pre-LE. The pay-per-view, or the PLE, is going to be next week with the Royal Rumble out there in Saudi. And if you've seen, they built a whole stadium within a month. I thought it was going to be looking crazy. Man, that thing looks like it's been around forever. Go online and check it out. But as you can see here, they're doing, all the lead up to that event. The 30-man, 30-woman Royal Rumble, plus whatever matches that are going to be on the card as well. Always a fun event. One of my favorites of the year. Honestly, as much as I love WrestleMania, I get excited, maybe more excited about the Rumble than I do Mania. The four classic events, the OGs, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. But this is a pre-LE, the preview to all the PLEs. That's what I definitely feel that the Saturday night's main event is and has become. And it started out with, Cody and Fatu. The match didn't even get off the ground. They just brawled throughout the whole arena. And Drew McIntyre had some role in that match. Check it out. It's on Peacock. If you have a chance to go check it out. The event itself, it did its job. It pushed storylines forward, but definitely, I wouldn't say it's a classic or anything, but it's definitely a good event. As you can see, the women's tag teams were defended as well. That was actually a pretty good match. If you want to see a match, watch that. And then, of course, Shinsuke and AJ Styles, another good match. That one's pretty good too. Now, what came out of that on social media was Shinsuke Nakamura saying that AJ told him he's going to retire at the Royal Rumble last year. So it would be very underwhelming if he did it, because I was expecting him to go out with a nice farewell tour, maybe go out and grab a couple championships, go to TNA, get the world belt for a minute, maybe get another title in WWE, but definitely have some matches before he calls it quits. His contract runs out at next month. So hopefully it's not it. But, this could be obviously WWE planting seeds to have people tune in and watch the Rumble, which they're going to do anyway. But hopefully it's not true and he finishes the year out. But hey, it's going to be a decision that he makes and WWE makes. Shout out to AJ Styles, one of the best to ever do it, one of my favorites. Good match to watch. And of course, the 4-man number one contender. It was in Canada, Montreal, the hometown of Sammy. So who do you think won the match? I think you can figure out who won that yourself. But I will say this. They got them something in Trick Williams. He came out with the humongous pop, was bigger than Sammy's. And Sammy had a nice pop from the crowd. Of course, they love him there, hometown, but they was rocking with Trick Williams. He definitely probably should have got the win just off of his interaction coming down to the ring in another country, in a place he's not from. But definitely the fans loved him. And the match was good. You got to see some things happen between, they're pushing all these men into the main event scene. Randy, of course, getting his chance to maybe get number 15. They bringing back my guy from the Judgment Day back to the forefront. Damian Priest. Sorry about that. That's that college days right there. Damian Priest pushing him back to the forefront, to the main event scene. And of course, you've got Sami Zayn, who they are trying to push to the top as well. At least make them feel like he can win the championship. So we'll see what happens at Royal Rumble. But again, we're saying this is the entanglement. It was a TKO day. This is what they want to do. Take over the world, Craig. Take over the sports world, Craig. It was actually, this was a good event. Pre-LE, go check it out. But this is what TKO wants to do. That was two events in one night. Again, it was like Monday Night Wars, going back and forth, trying to watch everything. And then you had the final event of the evening. I didn't get to see the prelims, but I did get to see at least some of the event, the main events, the main event, the co-main event. I seen the women fight, Rose and Talia. But really, the I would say that the best fights of the night, in my opinion, was Cortez, Acosta, and Lewis, because there was just two big beast monsters going at it. Two big fellas, with two maybe 300 plus dudes, 6 foot plus, going at it, throwing hammers at each other, and you got to watch it. I want you to go watch the event if you can. It's on now. It's on Paramount, because they're actually giving you pay-per-views with your subscription, unlike ESPN, where you had to buy extra. And I used to buy the UFC app at one point. I used to be so mad, like, dang, I thought I got the pay-per-views with it. And it didn't come with it. You had to buy the pay-per-view. So, I was so spoiled with the WWE app. We miss you, WWE app. We talk about you all the time. We didn't know how good we had it. It was everything on there, including pay-per-views, and now it's split across everything. So, but anyways, the main event was really, really good. Justin versus Patty, and man, Giblet, he's got a chin on him. He is a warrior. That's a fight that you must watch. Just the amount of insane combat and damage he was taking, and still was on his feet, went to the distance. Check it out. But the overall presence of this talk here is the entanglement of TKO and them trying to rule the dollars, rule the screens, rule a weekend of your time. And with them trying to build that boxing league up, you're going to get what you're going to get, but it's going to take time. I do think it's going to get to a level where you just turn it on and you're going to get pretty good fights all the time. I turned on the UFC event, and again, I was pretty invested in it. Again, I told you about the big fight, the big fellas fighting, and then of course the main event. It was very entertaining, but you heard a lot of boos sometimes. I don't understand why people were booing when people were trying to grapple, and it was stupid. It's part of the sport. But anyhow, it was a good event. And overall, if you were to pay a ticket, it'd probably be a big ticket for a weekend of boxing, wrestling, and UFC, you would really enjoy yourself, enjoy the festivities. They're going to do it again in, what is it? WrestleMania is going to be in Vegas. They have that WWE World. And again, they're probably going to have a lot of events tied into the TKO world to get you invested. It's going to be like a Coke brand, so to speak, for sports. And I'm sure they're going to expand even more if they keep everything together. They don't sell things off. There's going to be even more things that they'll bring into that environment to get people to spend that almighty dollar. That almighty dollar. They definitely want to do that. And of course, if you're not spending their dollar, at least keep them eyes focused on what they're doing. But again, pretty good weekend. The boxing is going to take some time. The pre-LE was pretty enjoyable. And the UFC fight was great to be able to watch the pay-per-view on something that you already had, and you don't have to pay extra for it. Everything's extra, 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 and read all about it. But that's all I got, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you watched any of these events this weekend, tell me what you think. What did you enjoy? And, just like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. We will be back. The No Face Sports Show here, Sports Game Vision. You are now tuned into the sounds. And like I say, sports game, you know the vision. Peace.